When I was young, I worked desperately hard, yet often failed. What went wrong? When I was young, I was the type who worked like crazy. Up at 5 every morning, running, reading, planning. I didn't go to bed until 11, and my mind was filled with just one word: success. I firmly believed that as long as I worked hard enough, I would make it. But reality, I failed the graduate entrance exam twice, got rejected in over 10 interviews, and tried to start a business 3 times. Each ended in loss. I gave it everything I had, but all I got in return were heavy defeats. The thought that haunted me the most during those years was, what did I do wrong? Was I still not working hard enough? Then at the age of 30, one day I came across the I Ching in a library. One line struck me deeply. As heaven keeps moving forward with strength, so should a noble man strive unceasingly. I slapped my thigh and thought, exactly. I just need to keep fighting harder. An older man nearby overheard me and gently asked, "Do you know that in the I Ching, striving unceasingly doesn't mean blindly pushing forward?" I froze. He continued, "The book talks about being strong. Yes, but it's a strength that aligns with the time and the situation. It's not brute force. Maybe your failures aren't because you didn't work hard enough, but because you worked hard in the wrong way." That night I couldn't sleep. I began to reflect on all the paths I'd taken over the years. I'd been desperate to prove myself. I was charging forward with all I had, but I never stopped to ask, was I even headed in the right direction? Every choice I made was driven by pressure or imitation. Someone was investing in stocks. I followed. Someone quit to start a company. I did the same. On the surface, I looked determined, but in truth, I was just drifting with the crowd, chasing other people's dreams. Laozi once said, "Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Conquering others is strength. Conquering yourself is true power." At that time, I didn't even know who I was. So how could I be strong? Gradually, I stopped rushing and started listening to myself. What do I actually enjoy? What am I really good at? In which direction does my effort make the most sense? And slowly, things began to change. I chose a career that suited me. I stopped starting businesses just for the sake of starting something. I no longer needed to prove myself. These past few years have been quieter but much more grounded. I haven't made a fortune, but I earn a living doing something I love. Looking back at my younger self, I feel a bit of sorrow. That version of me was so desperate to win, but never realized. The most important victory is to truly understand yourself. I finally understood. My failures weren't because I didn't try hard enough, but because I didn't know where to put my effort. Hard work isn't wrong, but true hard work means following the right path, knowing when to stop, and acting in harmony with life's rhythm, not just charging blindly forward. That's the wisdom I found in Laozi and the I Ching. Not to tell you to stop trying, but to remind you, know when to advance, know when to retreat, and make sure every ounce of your effort counts.